Before I learned from any book, before any classroom, any teacher, any institution, the street taught me first, and the street doesn't lie. Listen close. Yeah, Every crack in the sidewalk is a sentence left unfinished. Every boarded up window is a dream that someone didn't get to see completed. Interrupted mid-construction when the funding ran out and the city changed its function. I learned to read the street the way the scholars read a page. Every block a paragraph, every corner was a stage where the actors weren't performing, they were simply being real. The curriculum was daily life, intuition was how you feel. The bus stop was a lecture hall, the elders held the floor. Every story from the old heads was a key to a locked door. I took notes in my memory when I couldn't find a pen. Filed every lesson under things I'd never do again. The city doesn't coddle you, it challenges your core. It strips away the superficial, shows you what you're for, what you're made of, what you carry, what you're willing to protect. Every morning on these streets is a lesson in respect of time and space and people who are just trying to get through, or the gap between what's promised and what actually comes true. I watch men build themselves from absolutely nothing here. I watch the same men crumble when the pressure interfered. But in the crumbling was a lesson too, that failure isn't final. That every person's lowest point is also their survival. Crossroads of continuation. Do you quit or rise? The pavement watched and waited, and it always recognized the ones who chose to get back up. The pavement speaks if you know how to listen. Every scar on the city is a lesson worth giving. The street is a teacher, cold but always fair. Everything you need to know is already there. Pavement speaks. Yeah. Pavement speaks. Yeah. Stand still long enough and you'll hear what it says. The pavement speaks. They paved this concrete over somebody's yesterday, over gardens, over histories, over things they put away to build a city fast enough for commerce to keep pace. But underneath the asphalt is the memory of this place. I walk these blocks like walking through a living archive. Every building has a story, every storefront was alive with something that the present doesn't carry anymore. I am the memory of every generation before. So when I speak for all of them together, the ones who work these same streets in all kinds of weather. The lessons in my marrow, the wisdom in my walk. I am the pavement speaking every time I talk. The street taught me patience, resilience, observation, humility. And the most important lesson of all, that wisdom doesn't always come wrapped in credentials. Sometimes it comes in work boots. Sometimes it comes from a corner. The pavement speaks. Are you listening? Yeah. Corner store at 7 a.m. Everybody's got a lesson. Mr. Ali behind the counter, full of unasked questions. The lady with the card who always knows your name. These are the philosophers, the game inside the game. Corner store philosophy, free of charge. The wisest words I ever heard weren't spoken on a stage. Corner store philosophy, open your ears. Every ordinary conversation carries something rare. Look, let me introduce you to the cast of my education. People with no degrees but deep-rooted navigation. First is Mr. Johnson, 72 and counting. He fixes shoes on Clemens Street. His knowledge is astounding. Every soul he's ever resolved came with the conversation about patience. Boy, you
Rushing is the cause of your frustration.
a shoe takes time to fix right, so does a man. Don't let nobody rush you into something with a crooked plan. I was 23 and thought that I knew everything. He taught me more in 15 minutes than a semester's offering. I sat on the stool beside his workbench every week, old leather and shoe polish and the wisdom that he'd speak. Then there's Miss Dorothy, she runs the flower stand on 5th. Every morning she is there and every morning is a gift. She notices the details.
Baby, why you looking tired?
You've been burning both your candles, one of them needs to retire. She talks about it, roses like they're people, and they are.
You can't love something beautiful and not respect its scars.
She said every petal falls eventually, that's the truth. But falling is what makes way for something new, like you. I never bought a flower that I didn't leave with more than petals. I left with perspective every single time before. The stand closed down in winter, but I kept every word. The most important conversations happen where nobody heard. Corner store at 7 a.m. Everybody's got a lesson. Mr. Ali behind the counter, full of unasked questions. The lady with the card who always knows your name. These are the philosophers, the game inside the game. Corner store philosophy, free of charge. The wisest words I ever heard weren't spoken on the stage. Corner store philosophy, open your ears. Every ordinary conversation carries something rare. See, we spend fortunes chasing wisdom in the formal places, expensive rooms with leather chairs and academic faces. But the richest education that I've ever got for free was standing in the corner store, just being present, being me, open to whoever had a story worth the receiving, open to the lesson underneath the ordinary breathing of the city full of people who have lived 1,000 lives in the same zip code, surviving, falling, and their rise is documented nowhere but the wrinkles on their face, the calluses on working hands, the knowing in their gaze. So next time you walk past the elder on the block, don't just nod and keep on moving. Stop. Just stop. Ask a question. Listen to the answer. The best education in this city has always been free. Corner store philosophy. Something about a city in the air. Everything slows down. Everything gets honest. Rain on concrete has a different sound than rain on grass. Like the city's got a language and it speaks between the cracks. Steam rising from the grates like the ground is breathing out. Every puddle is a mirror for the things we're unsure about. I watch the water trace its path down every window pane, each drop finding its own route, none of them the same. And I think about the choices that have brought me to this view from this particular window, looking outward, feeling through the weight of everything collected in a single afternoon. The city gray and quiet like a very patient room that holds you without judgment, lets you fall apart in peace. And somehow in the falling you discover the release. City rain, wash it all away. Every worry, every weight of every complicated day. City rain, I hear you on the glass, reminding me that every storm is something built to pass. City rain, rain, yeah. City rain, yeah. There's a peace inside the storm if you sit still long enough. City rain.
The neon signs look different when they're bleeding in the wet. The colors running outward like a painting while it's set. Still soft and unrestricted, bleeding into what's beside. And I wonder if that's beautiful or if I need to hide from the romanticism of a season meant for shelter. But I find my clarity in weather rather than the swelter of a perfect summer day. Too bright for honest thinking. Rain invites you inward, sun writes the outward linking of performance and appearance and the version that you show. Rain peels back the layers, asks you what you really know about yourself. Your choice is what you carry and what's true. There's a confessional in every rainfall that comes through. I sat inside a laundrette once, 2 a.m., dead broke, watching clothes spin in a circle while the rain spoke through a cracked open window, cold and mixing with the warm. And I understood that sometimes comfort lives inside a storm, that the smallest sheltered places hold the most profound. And every revelation that I've had was rain sound. City rain, wash it all away. Every worry, every weight of every complicated day. City rain, I hear you on the glass, reminding me that every storm is something built to pass. City rain, yeah. City rain, yeah. There's a peace inside the storm if you sit still long enough. City rain, let it rain, let it come down. Everything the city needs to say, it says in the rain. Listen.
Let's build the skyline, one floor at a time. Nobody rose all at once. Floor by floor, bar by bar. Let's build. I started at the ground floor, basement level actually, looking up at skyscrapers like they were built to batter me. With the magnitude of distance between here and where I'm going, but every tall building started where the dirt was showing. Foundation first, that's the code. You cannot skip the base. Can I rush the concrete setting? Can I win the race without first understanding that the race is really long? And the ones who quit it fluff, I've never built anything strong. Now I'm on the elevator, watch the numbers as they climb. Every setback was a floor I had to reach through in my time. Every single lesson was a blueprint for the next. You don't build a skyscraper, you build floor by floor. Progress, skyscraper dreams. I'm rising floor by floor. Every level that I reach just makes me hunger for more. Skyscraper dreams. They said I'd never get here, but the view from where I'm standing now is absolutely clear. Higher, I'm going higher. Yeah, higher. I was born for higher. Yeah, skyscraper dreams from a street level mind. The ones who said impossible weren't looking at the right design. Skyscraper dreams. Let's go, let's go. See, architects don't guess, they calculate and plan. The blueprint for my future was already in my hand. I just had to learn to read it, learn to trust the line, trust the process when the weather complicated the design. When storms hit mid-destruction, and they always do, the steel bends but doesn't break. That's what steel is built to do. I am steel, I am concrete, I am glass and beam and bold. Every element of structure, nothing fragile, nothing soft. Nah, in the way that breaks, I bend and reassemble. The kind of strength that doesn't boast, the kind that makes you tremble when you realize it was there all along, quiet and complete. The tallest buildings in the world all start below the street. Floor 1, belief. Floor 2, discipline. Floor 3, sacrifice. Floor 4, consistency. Floor 5, patience. Floor 6, vision. Floor 7, action. Floor 8, don't stop. Skyscraper dreams. I'm rising floor by floor. Every level that I reach just makes me hunger for more. Skyscraper dreams. They said I'd never get here, but the view from where I'm standing now is absolutely clear. Higher, I'm going higher. Yeah, higher. I was born for higher. Yeah, skyscraper dreams from a street level mind. The ones who said impossible weren't looking at the right design. Skyscraper dreams. From the ground floor all the way up, one floor at a time. Never stop building. Skyscraper dreams.
They painted the building on the corner, put up a coffee shop where Marcus used to cut hair for 15 years, then it stopped. Not because his hands forgot the art or his chairs ran out, but the landlord found a higher number, and that was that, no doubt. The sign that marked his name for over a decade, gone, replaced by a chalkboard menu and a line stretching long of people who don't know what stood there before the latte, who haven't heard the stories of every Saturday that barbershop contained, the laughter and the grief, the wedding prep, the job interview, the quiet of relief that men only find in certain rooms, and that was one. They put a pour-over coffee bar there. Now that room is done. Old neighborhood, I still know your bones beneath the renovation and the rebranded zones. Old neighborhood, your memory holds in the people who remain and in the stories they've told. You've changed your face, but not your soul. And those of us who love you, we still know. Old neighborhood, old neighborhood. Mrs. Chen's restaurant fed 3 generations through the kind of food that doesn't have a recipe, just you putting love and history and memory into a pot and serving it to people whether they had cash or not. She kept the tab for families who were going through a lean and quietly erased it when the month turned. Never seen making an announcement, just removing what was old, because community is currency on a different code. A building sold last autumn, the restaurant went with it. A juice bar moved in, smiling bright and clean and fitted with exposed brick that was always there beneath the plaster. Progress has a way of moving both too slow and too faster than what the neighborhood itself would choose. I'm not against the new, I understand that change is life, but change without the memory is just removal dressed up nice. Every neighborhood has layers, every block is living history, and when we pave it over fast, we lose the mystery of who was here and what they built and what they overcame. The new people are welcome, but please learn the name of whoever came before you. Honor what they laid. Every community you benefit from, somebody else made. Old neighborhood, I still know your bones beneath the renovation and the rebranded zones. Old neighborhood, your memory holds in the people who remain and in the stories they've told. You've changed your face, but not your soul. And those of us who love you, we still know. Old neighborhood, old neighborhood. The buildings can change, the names on the stores can change, the faces on the block can change, but if we carry the stories, the neighborhood never really disappears. Remember it, say the names. Oh, neighborhood.
The city changes its face. Slower, quieter, more honest. This is when the city tells you things it would never say in daylight. The city after midnight is a different institution, where the neon signs flicker in a kind of absolution, washing every surface in the red and amber glow, and the streets reveal the things that only nighttime people know.
The all-night diner holds a table for the lonely. The cab driver on hour 12 was barely holding only his composure, radio low, watching the city pass. Every fare a short story, every window frosted glass. The baker starting early while the bar crowd staggers late. And somehow in the crossing, two worlds navigate around each other without friction. The city knows its rhythm, and the rhythm after midnight has a very different system. Midnight cityscape. The city's talking low, whispering its secrets in the amber afterglow. Midnight cityscape. Between the night and dawn, the truest version of the city comes alive and on. Midnight, yeah, the city breathes. Midnight, yeah, between the lights and the streets. Midnight cityscape, where everything is honest in the dark. I've walked these streets at 3 a.m. by choice, not circumstance, finding something in the quiet that the daylight couldn't grant. A kind of permission to be nobody, no performance needed, just a person in a city where the audience is seated. The stage to the architecture and the empty storefront standing like old soldiers in formation, patient and commanding. Every closed door holds the echo of a yesterday inside. Every awning keeps a secret from the rain it used to hide. I sat on a park bench once, 4 a.m. November, the kind of cold that makes you feel more present. I remember a man walked past with a briefcase and a violin case too. Stopped, looked at me, just nodded and continued through. No words, no need for them, the city understood. There is a version of the city very few have seen, the 3 a.m. edition, quiet, somewhere in between what it was and what it's becoming. Pause mid-breath. The city at its most alive by looking most like rest. I go there when I need to remember what is real. Strip away the noise and speed and see what I can feel. When there's nothing to perform for and no audience to please, just me and the midnight city and the sound of distant trees. Midnight cityscape. The city's talking low, whispering its secrets in the amber afterglow. Midnight cityscape. Between the night and dawn, the truest version of the city comes alive and on. Midnight, yeah, the city breathes. Midnight, yeah, between the lights and the streets. Midnight cityscape, where everything is honest in the dark. The city never truly sleeps. It just speaks differently at night, in a quieter frequency, available only to those willing to stay up.
Yeah.
And listen.
Before I ever picked up a pen,
Cityscape.
before I ever understood what a bar could do, these names were already carved into the culture. This is not a ranking. This is a recognition of the ones who built the room we all stand in today. Yeah. Let me start where hip-hop found its grammar in its spine, with Rakim, who rewired the whole circuitry of rhyme. Before him, bars were furniture, after him, architecture. He didn't enter hip-hop, he elevated the structure. Make complexity feel effortless, which is the hardest thing. When you make the difficult look easy, that's the hardest win. Then Ice Cube picked the pen up like it was a microphone, and the mirror held the West Coast to the light, made the reflection clearer. His verses read like policy papers, dressed as poetry. His anger was precision, not emotion, sociology. He saw the world exactly as it stood and didn't blink, and made you uncomfortable enough to stop and think. Now Tupac, he didn't rap, he testified in court. Every verse a verdict on the things that life had taught. Equal parts the poet and the prophet, and the pain arose from the concrete who found beauty in the rain. He carried multitudes, the warrior and the tender, the revolutionary heart with the voice of a contender. Every word he ever spoke was weighted like a prayer. He lived so loudly that his silence fills the air. Then came Biggie, smooth as silk pressed in the concrete. He built his bars like Brooklyn brownstones, solid, impossible to defeat. His flow was a Cadillac on a highway, never strayed, made the complicated sound inevitable. That's the hardest thing, obtained. These are the gods of the craft, the ones who built the altar. Every rapper living now is standing on their shoulders. Gods of the craft, the architects of sound. They didn't just make music, they built hallowed ground. Bow your head, recognize what came before. Every bar you write today, walk through their door. Gods of the craft, yeah. Gods of the craft. The culture owes them more than words can say. Gods of the craft. Yeah. Now Nas, he painted Queensbridge like Rembrandt painted Amsterdam. Illmatic wasn't a debut, it was a telegram sent directly to the future saying hip-hop is literature. Every bar, street photograph with permanent exposure. He gave the voiceless such a vivid voice, made poetry mandatory, not a stylistic choice. On the same block, Jay-Z was playing chess in D minor, while everyone else was playing checkers. No one sharper, no one finer. Built a blueprint while they were still searching for the ground. Proved the smartest in the room don't always make the most sound. He archived an entire era in his rhyme schemes and built an empire in the margins of his dreams. Now Eminem, he bent the English language till it confessed. Took syllables and synchronized them like a metronome possessed. His rhyme schemes were equations that the mathematicians missed. He proved that where you're born has nothing to do with what you give. And Snoop, he made laid back look like a discipline in art. West Coast weather in the voice, warm and effortless from the start. Nobody made the microphone feel more at home, more free. That ease was practice. Don't confuse the comfort for simplicity. And when the 90s closed this chapter, the foundation was complete. 8 names that built the language every rapper speaks. You cannot understand the present without honoring this past. These weren't just rappers, they were architects who cast the mold for what this culture is and what it's gonna be. Every bar you hear today exists in some degree because of what these men put into the microphone and gave. Without condition, without guarantee, they built and paved the road that all of us are walking. Paved it bar by bar. Thank you for the road. Thank you for the stars. Gods of the craft. The ones who built the altar. Every rapper living now is standing on their shoulders. Gods of the craft. The architects of sound. They didn't just make music, they built hallowed ground. Bow your head, recognize what came before. Every bar you write today, walk through their door. Gods of the craft. Yeah. Gods of the craft. The culture owes them more than words can say. Gods of the craft. Rakim, Ice Cube, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Eminem, Snoop. Say their names like the monuments they are, because without them, none of this exists. Gods of the craft. Part 1. Enough experience, enough wisdom, enough proof. And then I realized the torch doesn't wait until you're done with it. You carry it and you pass it at the same time. That's how the light stays lit. Yeah. Let me tell you what nobody told me coming up. The rules that took me years to learn before I could erupt into the person that I'm standing here as today. Costs more than money, and I'm passing it away for free because the price I pay is all that's needed. No one else should have to bleed for what can just be seeded into willing ears of those just starting on the road. I'm handing you the map of every place I've already gone. First thing, know your worth before the world assigns your value. The price that others put on you is never the real you. Second, failure isn't the opposite of your success. It's the most accelerated classroom you'll possess.
Pass the torch, keep the fire going. Pass the torch, so the next one keeps growing. What was given me, I give to you in full.
Hey,
pass the torch.
That's how we break the pull of
Cycles that were never meant to be repeated. Pass the torch, and watch the next one lead it.
torch. Yeah, pass it down. Torch.
Yeah, keep the wisdom going round.
Pass the torch. Yeah.
Keep the wisdom going round.
Pass the torch. Third lesson, and this one is the one that changed my frame. Comparison is the quietest thief that plays your game from the inside. Every time you measure your beginning against somebody else's middle, you're already losing. Run your own race at your own pace, on your own lane. Celebrate the other runners, they're not causing you pain. The proof that the finish line is real and reachable, and your version of arriving is uniquely teachable. Only you can walk the road that's built inside your journey. Only you can tell your story.
Exclusivity's your attorney.
Your calling card, your signature, your gift to what comes next. Authenticity outlasts every trend and every test.
To the young ones, finding their footing on the pavement. To the dreamers working late without acknowledgement or payment. To the ones who wonder if the sacrifice is worth it. To the ones who feel invisible.
You are the surface on which the next chapter of this culture will be written. You are not behind, you are exactly where you're given permission to begin, and that beginning is enough. The torch was always yours, it's just your time to pick it up.
Pick it up,
Pick it up,
pick it up.
pick it up.
Pass the torch, keep the fire going. Pass the torch, so the next one keeps growing. What was given me, I give to you in full. Pass the torch.
That's how we break the pull of
Cycles that were never meant to be repeated. Pass the
and
torch.
watch the next one lead it.
Torch, yeah.
Pass it down.
Torch, yeah.
Keep the wisdom going round. Pass the torch.
Everything I learned the hard way, I give to you the easy way. Everything that cost me, I give to you freely.
Because that's what the ones before me did. And the ones before them. Back and back and back. An unbroken chain of people choosing light over darkness. Wisdom over silence. You are next in that chain.
Don't break it.
Woo!
Pass the torch.
Keep it burning. Hey.
Keep it burning. Keep
Part
it
one was the
burning.
foundation. Part two is the building. The ones who took what was given and built something new on top of it. These are the torch bearers. These are the New Testament writers. Listen, let me start with Wayne, because Wayne deserves his own paragraph. He turned metaphors into a sport and then retired the trophy after. Every punchline was a double shift, words working overtime. He announced he was the best before he proved it. Then the grind proved it. Every single bar, the Carter era was a season where the whole culture stopped and listened for a reason. Wayne made the bizarre sound brilliant, made the abstract feel concrete. Every mixtape was a masterclass. The man made losing streak. Yeah, looked like a warm-up lap. He warmed up for years in public view, then showed the world exactly what a warmed-up Wayne could do. Then came 50, who built his whole career from being unmovable. Resilience was his genre. His existence was the proof of all. The things they said would stop you only stopping you if you allow. He turned every door that closed against him into his next vow. His hooks were architecture, simple, strong, impossible to ignore. He proved you don't need complicated to walk through every door. And Andre 3000, listen, Andre lives outside a category. Every verse an expedition, every album a new territory. He makes the aliens sound like home, the eccentric sound like truth. The most forward-looking mind to ever step inside a booth. New Testament writers, the ones who kept it going, took the seeds that were planted and kept everything growing.
New Testament,
Torch in hand, running the next mile. They didn't just inherit the culture, they expanded its style. The torch bearers, the culture in good hands. Every bar, new chapter, every album a new land.
New Testament writers.
Yeah, New Testament, the story continues on. Now Common and Most Def, two names that mean the same thing. That consciousness was never separate from the music and the ring of authenticity that every real one recognizes. Common made Chicago sound like the source of all the wisdoms. Most Def made Brooklyn feel like a philosophy department. Every verse a thesis, every hook a new compartment. If looking at the culture needed proof that rap could feed the mind, that the deepest bars don't sacrifice the rhythm or the rhyme. And Big L, gone too soon, but never gone from where it matters. He made punchlines feel like revelations, shattered every pattern of what wordplay could do. He took the craft to a new ceiling. And every rapper reaching up today still hasn't reached his feeling. Now Kendrick, he didn't make albums, he built cathedrals with the pen. Each one a different architectural statement. Built to stand again in 50 years and still demand attention, still demand an answer. TP Ab was a mirror that the culture couldn't sidestep. A romancer of truth. He made the Pulitzer Committee learn what hip-hop means and proved that rap had always been as deep as any literary scene. J. Cole built Forest Hills with no features and full confidence that the story of a regular life holds the most intense.
and universal truth that ordinary people are extraordinary. He made introspection sound like a stadium, made the solitary feel celebrated, feel seen, feel worthy of a verse, and prove that humility and excellence don't have to be adverse. Oh, then Drake, who drew a map between the heart and the street, made vulnerability the new armor, made the tender sound complete. He gave permission to a whole generation to feel openly, built a bridge from rap to R&B and held the toll for free, expanded what hip-hop could be emotionally and globally, made Toronto feel like the center of the world and showed it boldly. And Kendrick closed the decade showing competition still has teeth. Two kings in dialogue, the culture watching, holding its whole breath beneath. Yeah. Every name I call tonight is more than just a name. They're the reason that the culture never burned out in the flame of time and trend and commerce, and the pressure to be less. They chose to be completely, fully, undeniably their best. And then that choice gave all of us a standard worth pursuing, a bar worth reaching, a craft worth constantly renewing. Thank you for the bars, thank you for the truth, thank you for the blueprint, thank you for the proof. New Testament writers, the ones who kept it going, took the seeds that were planted and kept everything growing. New Testament, torch in hand, running the next mile. They didn't just inherit the culture, they expanded its style. The torch bearers, the culture in good hands. Every bar a new chapter, every album a new land. New Testament writers, yeah. New Testament, the story continues on.
People always ask where hip-hop came from, like it was invented in the boardroom, like someone decided one day to create it. But hip-hop wasn't invented, it was discovered, already living in the streets, already breathing in the buildings, already speaking through the people. Someone just handed it a microphone. The Bronx didn't invent this, it revealed it. What was already living in the block, it unsealed it. Took the frustration and the beauty and the noise of the street and gave it rhythm, gave it language, gave it somewhere to meet. An audience of people who already knew the feeling, who heard the first bar drop and felt the ceiling lift from off their chest. Finally, something said it. Finally, somebody put the neighborhood on record and spread it across a culture hungry for a mirror and a voice. The city wrote the music, the artists were the choice of instrument. The city picked them up and played them, and what came out was hip-hop, and the whole world heard and stayed them.
The city wrote it.
Every bar, every beat, every rhyme that ever moved you started right here in the street.
The city wrote it.
In the struggle, in the climb, in the cracks of the concrete,
In the rhythm, in the rhyme.
the city wrote it.
Yeah, every rapper is a chapter, every album is a page.
The city wrote it.
On the pavement, on the wall,
Hip-hop was the street's way of refusing not to be heard at all. The city wrote it. From block parties with extension cords to stadium lights, from park jams in the summer to the Grammys and the heights of cultural influence that nobody could have prophesied. When the first DJ put the needle down and amplified the rhythm that the people carried silently inside, hip-hop took that silence and it gave it somewhere to reside. Publicly, loudly, unapologetically real, made the world stop and recognize what suffering can feel like when it's filtered through the genius of a rhyme, and suddenly the pain becomes something close to sublime. Every city contributed its chapter to this book. New York laid the grammar and the whole world came to look. And Compton added urgency, Atlanta brought the bounce, Chicago brought the consciousness that every bar could count for something more than entertainment, more than just a hook. Houston brought the slow down truth, Detroit brought the look of a city on the edge, deciding to be heard. And every city story added color to the word that hip-hop had become. A language, a tradition, a living, breathing culture built on artistic ambition. In the street, the pavement, the block, the stoop was always the first editor of every rhyming group.
I think about the kid in 1979 who heard the music first and felt something realign inside their chest. Some recognition of the truth that what was in the street could be the soundtrack of their youth. And now that kid is
50, 60, maybe more.
and still the music speaks to something at their core. Because the street that wrote it is still writing every day. And as long as there are cities, hip-hop's here to stay.
The city wrote it.
And the city keeps on writing. Every generation, new pens, new voices, new sighting of something true, something real, something worth the bar. The city is the author, rappers are the stars.
The city wrote it.
Every bar, every beat, every rhyme that ever moved, you started right here in the street.
The city wrote it.
In the struggle, in the climb, in the cracks of the concrete, in the rhythm and the rhyme. The city wrote it.
Yeah.
Every rapper is a chapter, every album is a
The
page.
city wrote it.
On the pavement, on the wall.
Hip-hop was the street's way of refusing not to be heard at all. The city wrote it.
From the first breakbeat to the last bar ever written. From the Bronx to Compton, Atlanta to Chicago. From Queensbridge to Toronto, Detroit to New Orleans.
The city wrote it.
The artists just had the courage to read it out loud.
Oh,
And because they did, we all understood ourselves a little better. We all felt a little less alone, a little more seen, a little more heard. That's what hip-hop did. That's what the street wrote. That's the gift. City wrote it.
all of it.
Every single bar.
Before the record, before the microphone, before the studio, before all of it. There was the voice, and the voice carried everything. We are the griots of our generation. Carry it right.
I am a griot.
A keeper of the word. I carry what my ancestors lived and what the history deferred.
To me, to hold.
To honor, to preserve, and to speak the story of my people.
Every time these bars reach
Griot, storyteller, memory,
voice.
every generation gets to make this choice. To carry or to drop it, I chose to carry on.
I am a griot.
And this here is my song. Long before the written word, there was the spoken chain. Link by link of memory, passing down through joy and pain. The elder held the history like libraries in their chest, and opened them for anyone who came and asked the rest of questions that the young always have. Where do we come from? What did those before us build? What wars were fought? What won? The griot stood between the past and every present moment, making sure that what was lived was honored, never frozen into something decorational, but functional and alive. Because the people without memory have no way to survive. The erasure of a story is the erasure of a soul, and I refuse to let the telling go until the world grows cold. Hey, hip-hop is the griot tradition wearing modern clothes. Every rapper is a historian, everybody knows that the best bars ever written were the ones that told the truth about the life the writer lived. The evidence and proof of an existence that deserved to be recorded and preserved. Nas on wax is a newspaper, every bar deserved a place in the archive of the culture's living record. A microphone, a megaphone for what the generation suffered and celebrated, cried about and built despite the odds. This music is a testimony, these are our monologues of an era, of a people, of a community alive. Every lyric is a document that says we did survive.
Say the names.
Say the names of the ones who came before you. Say the names,
Carry them.
carry them. In every word you speak today, carry them.
Carry them.
You are the living evidence, the proof, the legacy made real. You are the story that they prayed would one day be revealed. Say the names.
Carry them forward.
Griot,
I am a griot.
a keeper of the word.
I carry.
I carry what my ancestors lived and what the history deferred.
To me, to hold.
To honor, to preserve, and to speak the story of my people.
Every time these bars reach
Griot, the storyteller, memory,
voice.
Every generation gets to make this choice. To carry or to drop it, I chose to carry on.
I am a griot.
And this here is my song. Tell your story,
All of it.
all of it,
The beautiful.
and the broken.
The triumphant and the tender.
tell it because
someone needs to hear it,
and someone after them
will need to carry it.
You are the Griot.